Ever since my father's death, I've locked myself in my room. I'm filled with constant grief and pain. But I've become numb on the inside. Even when I want to cry, the tears won't come. He said, I brought you something to eat. I'm not in the mood to eat. Walt sets down the tray beside me, and Walt sets the tray down and walks towards me. Blankets crumple as he sits down beside me. Slowly, he wraps his arms around me and strokes my hair. Oh, this is so sad. What happened wasn't your fault, he said. You did what any father would do for his daughter. He did what any father would do for his daughter. He did not deserve to die the way that he did. My mother's hand. I know. I'm literally going to cry. This is just so... I feel my fingers into Walt's shirt. I do not want to lose anyone anymore, Walt. Walt's continues stroking my hair. You'll be fine, I promise. For now, you need to rest, he said. I'll be here by your side until you fall asleep. He plants a kiss on my forehead and I close my eyes, relishing the warmth. Walt's hold is firm but comfortable, and I sink into his arms as I fall into a dreamless sleep. Days later, the palace announced Father's death. It isn't one poor outcast that is given his crown. The announcement of his ascension comes with an explanation of the king's death. The palace paints me as a criminal, telling the townsfolk that I'm the one who killed him. I'm labelled as a fugitive, and the royal family is officially declared missing. We've been in hiding together since then, the royal family included. Now, it's been 2 weeks since Father died. The longer time moves on, the more aware I become of one gaping realization. Mother has not yet shown herself to the public. What could she be plotting? I place my hand over my heart, bringing the pain away. Every time I think of Mother, I remember the sword of light that went through my father's body. Enough time has passed. Even though I am suffering losses, I cannot stand idle. I have a promise to fulfill. I will protect our kingdom. I'm about to go back to my room when Parfait calls me. Dolores stands beside her. She said, can we talk with you? I look away, avoiding their eyes. What is it that you want to discuss with me? It's about the Ten Gorum. Despite Hildear's revival, it appears that the crystal's light is still dim. It can only mean one thing. Hildear is still weak. Still weak? Hildear was absorbing all of your power when we found you. We interrupted the process. The crystal was not able to absorb all of the magic you now possess. That is why she's still weak. Also, there was something else that bothered me about the crystal. Something odd. Odd? Vera has a very strong bond with that crystal, a mutual relationship of sorts, but that bond was absent when she returned. What are you saying? It seems as if the crystal has forsaken their bond. Is forsaking their bond. What? It seems even the crystal knows that Hildear's time has come and gone. Princess, the crystal has already chosen you as its next bearer. It's a small blessing, but it doesn't change the fact that Hildear is still the strongest witch. At least, that is what she wants us to think. Parfait and Dolores exchange a glance. The crystal has chosen its next bearer, and we have just as much potential, if not even more. Dolores turns to me, her usual relaxed expression more solemn. Are you ready to learn magic, you said? Magic that you will potentially use to defeat your mothers? Well, I have never used magic before in my life. I have never been raised as a witch. And using magic to defeat Mother? I do not know. Well, regardless of what decision you make, we'll all be here to support you. Delora and I want you to know that. How is it that they are still willing to help me when I was the one that caused the swim nest? I need some fresh air. I begin to walk towards the door when I see Ophelia walk in front of the tavern. Our eyes briefly met, and she opens her mouth to say something, then stops when I shake my head. I do not want to hear her blame me for my father's death. Certainly that must be what she is thinking. Ophelia frowns but does not speak. I quicken my pace, almost running as I head into the forest. The night is silent and calm. The only sound I can hear is the gentle sway of the grass as I step through it. Mother is back because of me. If I hadn't revived her, Father would still be alive. How am I supposed to face everyone now? Waltz had been trying to cheer me up. While I appreciate his company and concern, then he cannot help me come to terms with my mistake. I hear footsteps behind me. I turn to see Waltz approaching with a frown on his face. Lucette, please, I'm not in the mood to listen to your reassurances again. I do not need you to tell me again that it was not my fault. Lucette, your father wouldn't want to see you like this. How do you know what my father wanted? I snap at him without meaning to, not bothering to hide the irritation in my voice. I want you to walk forward, not linger on the past that cannot be changed. You've been distancing yourself from us since the king passed. Don't think I haven't noticed. Why is that? Because that is the only way I can keep. Let's say nothing. You know that I'll always be by your side, he said. Shouldering the burden will only worsen the pain. Worsen? I already know the pain of losing someone that I love. I have felt nothing but suffering for those around me. I cannot get close to anyone again, lest I put them in danger. I've already lost my father. Do not want to lose anyone else. Especially not you, Waltz. Waltz's eyes widen as he stares at me. Waltz, I want to show you something. Keep your eyes open, he said. You can't miss it. Waltz snaps his fingers, and golden orbs of light suddenly spring to life around him. Oh my gosh, so beautiful! I can only marvel at the orbs of light floating around him. They look like stars dancing through the light. It's beautiful. I cannot truly appreciate how bright the star is without darkness. Walt snaps his fingers again, and most of the lights go out. During difficult times, lights grow dimmer. Snaps again, till only one light remains. When you're all alone, it grows even dimmer still. There are things that you cannot do on your own, otherwise you risk snuffing out your own light. Another snap, and the golden orbs return, this time greater numbers. The lights are brighter than they were before. You're not alone, you said. I love you, and it hurts to see you suffer alone like this. My heart is pounding so hard I fear it might escape my chest. In this moment, I feel as if time has stopped, and if it's just the two of us, all I can see is Rob. I stand here staring at him. I come to a realization. I love him. When did this happen? After a few moments, I realize that it does not matter. I stand on the tips of my toes so that I can cut Waltz's face in my hands. I move before I can think, leaning over to place a light kiss on his lips. Oh my god! Oh my god! Feel an arm around me as Waltz pulls me closer. The kiss becomes more heated, and I feel a gentle flame stirring in my stomach, even as my mind becomes foggy. I feel his tongue on my lips, but when I part them, they are suddenly drawn away, his face deep red. Sorry, I needed to catch my breath. I feel the heat in my cheeks and fight back my embarrassment. Oh, look at her blushing. I just kissed Walt. I look up at Walt, suddenly realizing how close he is to me. I quickly bang my face into his chest. Walt's chest rises and falls in his gentle laughter. You're so cute. I close my eyes, allowing his warmth to envelop me like a blanket. Oh, I love you, my little star. This is not just your battle anymore, Yusuf. You don't have to carry this burden alone. So please, trust in me. Trust in us. I am overwhelmed, but Waltz's words make me feel strangely light, as if a weight has truly been lifted from my shoulders. So strange to see her smile. I will. Thank you. We should go back now, or else everyone might get worried. Waltz places a soft kiss on my fist. Waltz places a soft kiss on my forehead and smiles at me as he pulls away. He extends a hand towards me. Let's go, my little star. I smile as I slowly take his hand. We walk back to the marching, hand in hand, momentarily forgetting about all the bad things that have transpired. Gosh. It has been almost 3 weeks since Mother's arrival, and yet I have not heard or seen anything of her. What are you planning to do, Mother? Our fate told me before that the Lieutenant Ballroom has already chosen me as his next bearer. Does that have anything to do with why Mother is still in hiding? It is impossible not to feel the weight of my new responsibility. I have not yet fully accepted that I am now the bearer, but I cannot run from this responsibility for long. Bearer's duty is to work alongside Parfait to balance light and darkness of the kingdom. That balance has only just begun mending before Mother's sudden arrival. For nights I've been wondering if there is some other way to stop Margot without fighting her. A small part of me hopes that perhaps Mother can still change. I think about that, and then remember how Mother so heartedly killed Father as soon as she had been revived. She was sleeping for 4 years, and that did not change her mind. Even now, I can only assume that she still means to make this kingdom suffer. It feels as if my heart is twisting itself into a knot. I gasp when a bright spark fizzles the light from my hand. Oh, was that magic? I clench and unclench my hands, taking deep breaths to calm myself. Ever since I started trying to work with magic, it has been activating on its own. Whenever I feel any sort of deep emotion, some type of electricity sparks in my hands. It is all I can do to try to keep my emotions in check. The last thing I want is to accidentally burn down the march, or hurt anyone inside of it. Delora and Waltz have both agreed to start teaching me how to use my magic. The last few days, the forest near the marching has served as a training ground. Our fake custody cloaks marching in powerful magic to keep our presence hidden from Mother and the other witches. It allows us to use magic without worrying about being tracked. Still, Parfait's constant spell has considerably weakened her. Delora and Waltz tries to convince her not to cast it in the first place, but Parfait insisted that we remain as close to the 10 Roram as before, rather than move somewhere safe. She told us that I need to be close to Crystal as its bearer. As far as we all know, Crystal is still unmoved in the palace. I know that the chance I will face Mother in a battle of magic is extremely high. Although I fear the outcome, I have no choice but to consider the possibility. Time is running out, and I do not have the luxury of waiting much longer. I must decide what to do. They all believe I'm the only one who can stand up to them, even with so little practice. Last night I told Parfait I would make my decision the next day, and that I would tell everyone what I had decided. Now is the time for that decision. Here we go. When I step into the reception room, everyone is already there waiting for me. I catch Walter's eyes first. He cocks his head ever so slightly, his lips stretching into a smile. I nod at him and smile back. I take a deep breath before facing everyone. This is the first time I've spoken properly with everyone since my father's death. Before I tell you my decision, I want to apologize for everything I have done and for everything that has happened. Mother is back because I was a coward, and father died because I was weak. They say, Ophelia is the first to respond. It wasn't your fault, dear. I stared down at the ground with hands clenched. I tried to will my anger away, but only managed a few deep, stilling breaths before I look up again. I brought Mother back because I feared that disobedience would have them kill my father. Yet in the end, he was still. As the image of my father's smiling face flashes through my mind, I clear my throat. I promised him that I would protect Angel, and that is what I intend to do. I will do everything I can to protect our kingdom. Oh, spoken like a true queen. The words are shocking, even more so when they come out of Dolores' mouth. Queen? Why do you seem surprised, Princess? You know you're the next in line to the throne. I haven't even thought about being the next ruler. I'm not even sure I have the right qualities. Can I really do this? I cannot let father down. I have to do this for his sake. But the kingdom comes before the crown. I will only take the crown if I can win it back. I think this is an excellent place to stop. I must go to bed now. I am very tired. There is a lot to do. And please look after yourselves. Remember to take your medication. And, good night.